Crawford. I'm from Cincinnati. Your specific comment about pointing out that there was no established connection with Christian hell in the movies was interesting to me, and it got me thinking about what maybe your opinions were on the derivative Hellraiser novels and comics, and if your opinions on them shift depending on if they do bring in a very explicit Christian hell into its story.
Well, there's a very prominent example of a Hellraiser novel that blew everything that I said about that out of the water, and which absolutely brings Christian theology on a cosmic scale into Hellraiser, and specifically has Pinhead involved in it, and that's the Scarlet Gospels by a fellow named Clive Barker. So, I'm honestly not authoritative enough on all the spin-off bits. Some of the comics I've seen. I think it's inevitable that's going to come into the picture at some point. You can't keep talking about hell to the extent that we do in Hellraiser.
And Jesus wept.
Jesus wept, yes.
That was Andy's ad-lib, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
It was written as "fuck you," and Andy was like, "I have something to say." Clive was like, "You have one shot." But that was the thing. That was the trust on that film. We trusted. We all trusted each other.
Clive said to Andy, perfect. Forget what I wrote. That's the line. That's because it's an iconic moment in the Hellraiser movies, and Clive, not precious about his own script, quite happy to take that on board as an improvement.
One last thing before I walk away, but
Hurry.
But something that I found very, I guess charming might be the wrong word, but charming about the lack of specification of religion in the original Hellraiser is because the movie opens and ends with the call to prayer, the Eden, in Morocco, in the Middle East with the mosques, and they say come pray, and I think I'm not sure if it was intentional, but it kind of, because the box is given to the person when the call to prayer is coming, it kind of adds another layer to that.
Actually, well,
Yeah, very interesting. Is that the beginning of Hellraiser?
Mm-hmm. And the end.
I've never noticed that before. Well, at the beginning of Hellbound, you have what you're hearing on the radio is Indian. Oh, whatever that is, Hindi or Gujarati. There's no such thing as Indian language, but I'm not aware of that.
No, I want to punch.
You're making me think of The Exorcist.
I'm Muslim, so raised Muslim, so
So tell us exactly what to look for.
well, no, it's like the song, someone's singing in the background when the movie.
How does Hellraiser begin?
He's at the table, and there's that beautiful
Okay.
music, and it pulls out.
Yes.
And then
So
he's-
it's the what's your pleasure? What's it worth? Okay. And is that what we're hearing? That's making sense now.
Yeah, it's a call to
The Islamic call to prayer is 5 times a day.
Yes,
in the mosque.
exactly.
Yeah.
And then it ends with a call to prayer. And I feel like people
Right.
don't really talk about
When
that much.
the dragon is coming out, I never knew what that dragon was about. Never understood
That's an
that.
Aramite.
Comes out of the fire at the end. We're hearing
That's
that
because we
again.
ran out of money, and we had to scroll.
No, stop.
And they just,
A dragon.
and antlers to it.
Fly. Okay. Roll credits.
No, I think you make a fascinating point too, because by being non-specific to Christian tradition and by having those moments in it, it's sort of an equal opportunity.
Exactly, yeah.
Multi-religious hell.
Yeah, I really like that. So.
And therefore non-specific. Yes.
Thank
Cool.
you.
Well, that's a great observation. Thank you. I'm going to watch Hellraiser.
So unfortunately, I think we only have time for one more, unless we can get
Fight.
quick.
Fine.
We'll start over here.
So I'm a ghoul from
The
New
ghoul
Jersey,
wins.
and
Yes.
I just wanted to ask what your favorite ghost song is and what you think Pinhead's favorite ghost song would be.
I can't do that. I mean, I cannot do that. I mean, I've mentioned Darkness at the Heart of My Love, but Cerise and Mummy Dust and Dance Macabre and it's a long list. He is I can't pick a favorite. Meliora is probably still my favorite album, but it's a hair's breadth, a square hand of it. I love all his covers. His cover of the Pet Shop Boys is tremendous. Yours?
Yeah, what's yours?
Mine is Zenith. Zenith is on the box set for Meliora.
Right. Yes. Right.
That's my favorite.
Okay. It's a great song. Can't argue with that.
All right, let's do it. We'll go fast.
Okay, well, I'm gonna be like really quick. I'm Rita. I came from Dallas. Going back to like the morality of Hellraiser. Back in the comics, I saw like a snippet of a little kid finding the lambing configuration. She opens it, and the Cenobites come, but they don't take her, but they take the dad that turned out to be abusive. Like, what's your opinion on that? Like, what would y'all think about that? And like
Intention.
the whole morality,
Intention.
the intention.
It's there in Hellbound. There's the same moment, really, when Tiffany opens the box and the Cenobites appear and the other Cenobites are about to go for her and I stop them. And my line is, it is not hands that call us, it is desire. So and that's another part of the process in Hellraiser. It's not just solving the box. It's solving the box and what's in your head and your heart as you do it. Okay.
Great questions in the last few, especially.
Joe, we'll get the last one in.
Last one.
I'm from Maine, and my question.
We'll, we all have our crosses to bear. I live in Pittsburgh, so, that's it. Go.
If given the opportunity, would you want to be a part of another film, a Hellraiser film?
I've never said no. I have to be realistic. I've always said that I think special effects makeup is in no small part a young man's game. And I was 32 when I first wore the makeup. And I celebrated my 71st birthday last Sunday, so I aim for 32.
September 7th,
Never say never, they say. I can't imagine the circumstances at the moment, but, right place, right time, why not?
You're in a video game and you're amazing.
And we got the great Sir Christopher Lee as Saruman and Darth Tyrannus when he was like 80, but of course he wasn't working.
Well, I had a conversation because the idea of a Hellraiser remake has been round the block many times in the last 25 years or whatever. And Clive has been on board and off board with it. And there was a point where he said to me, I've had the conversation with them and it looks as though this is this time going to happen. And I've told them I'll write it, but I won't direct it. And I've told them that in my opinion they'd be insane to consider doing it without you. But I've also said to them, that you aren't a young man anymore, and that time and gravity has done what time and gravity do. But we should not try to fight that. We should embrace it, and we should make this an older, darker Pinhead, maybe less in love with the flippant one-liners, and take him to a darker place. This is always the beauty of talking to Clive. I'm horribly paraphrasing what was a beautifully elliptically poetic conversation with him. And the only thing in my head was, well, give me the dotted line, and I'll sign to that right now because I thought it was a brilliant way to approach it. So who knows? I think it's unlikely, but you never know. You never know.
I would love to see the intimacy of that and be part of it. It sounds amazing.
Okay, well, you never know. If I could raise a magic wand, and I stress that I have absolutely no reason to suppose this is happening or going to happen or likely to happen or conceivable in any universe, known or unknown, that it might even happen. So please, Internet, don't run away with the idea that I'm telling you that it's going to happen, because I'm not. But if I could book always sounds slightly unfortunate to say this, but if I could bookend my life in latex, it would be to close out 40 years later with the Scarlet Gospels. But that's only a wish.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great Ashley Laurence and the very lovely Doug Bradley.
Thank you, you're wonderful.
Be right back with you, God, Prophets, and More.